3 weeks in and my YouTube journey has already been a roller coaster. From unexpected lessons about what really matters on camera, to surprising insights about viral video hits, and mine was 5 million plus, and the gear temptation I never thought I would face. Plus, I've got some early data to share with you from my 3 weeks on this YouTube channel and how that data is going to be shaping everything I do in the future. Stick around because I'll be sharing with you my 5 key learnings this week and you won't want to miss them. My first learning from this week is words. I was really guilty of so. Now, those words are superfluous, are not needed, and you just need to think a little bit cleaner and pronunciate words better. Think a little bit cleaner and just pause when you come to the end of a sentence. You don't need to say I learnt this lesson from a friend of ours. Actually, he's a friend of my son, Charlie, and he is now a barrister. And he said, in court, you never will hear a barrister in between sentences searching for what to say next. Never happens. So part of his profession is when he is speaking, he will come to the end of a sentence and he will just pause for as long as is needed whilst he thinks about lining up his next sentence. This will be something that I will be focusing on when I'm making my own videos, that I don't want to be using the words and because I'm not practiced in speaking to camera. And it's a skill that you need to learn, and it's a skill that you can quite easily practice because everyone has a camera and you just set it up, video yourself and see how you get on. And you're looking for those annoying words that creep in between each sentence. 2 other words that I use. Quite often I will start a sentence with so. And I quite often hear this on radio if someone is phoning up. Normally the educated professors, they will start a sentence with, so as I was saying. You don't need that word so. Another word that I tend to use is now. So I'm going to try and eliminate those from my sentences when I'm talking to you on camera. I don't want to be using a script, so there's no, I do need a script because I don't know what the word is. Teleprompter. What an idiot. There's no, I'll just prove there's no teleprompter because I couldn't think of the word teleprompter. Oh, geez. So there's no teleprompter. I want to be able to speak in a natural way. I don't want to be reading a script. I will have some bullet points that I will refer to make sure that I am getting my point across. So the first thing I've learned this week is drop the ers, the ums and the ahs, drop the so and the now, and try and just give people concise information. How did that go? Was that convincing? Did I manage it? Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Second thing I've learnt is to look at the camera and not at my screen. Now, this recording device is a DJI Pocket 3 vlogging camera thing. And distractedly, the camera is about 3 inches. The camera's up here, and there's a screen that you look at, or you can look at if you want. And it's very distracting to end up looking at yourself on camera because you're so handsome and not at the camera. And everyone can see that I'm looking at the camera, the screen and not the camera. So there you are. I've dropped one of the horrible words in. I will be focusing on looking at the camera lens as opposed to my beautiful self on the LCD screen below. I'll be using some different camera angles Not too many so that you think that you're watching a tennis match, but just to make it a little bit more visually interesting. Hopefully you don't even realize that the angle is changing around the room as I make my videos. The third thing I will be aiming for is rhythm and melody in what I say. I don't want to be too monotonous. So I want to be stressing some words and not others. And I will be speaking slowly, perhaps, to make a point more apparent that it is important. But also I can speak quite quickly if something is really, really important and I feel passionate about it. So I'm going to be concentrating on how I speak, and it's nothing I've ever done before. This is along the lines of becoming a better public speaker or better at making vlogging videos, speaking directly to camera. Never done it before, really speaking, and I've never thought about the art and the process of doing so. So looking at the camera, not at the LCD screen, putting some colour into the voice, not using my hands too much, dropping the filler words, and those kind of silly noises in between sentences. I'm going to be concentrating on pausing if I'm searching for the next thing to say. And I can always edit those long pregnant pauses out later if need be, or whilst I collect my thoughts. Another skill I will be trying to conquer will be enunciation. So it's overly using your mouth, over expressing, but so that you can enunciate each of the syllables, each of the letter forms at the beginning, at the end. It's very easy to fall into the habit of saying, can I have a glass of water? I don't know what accent that was. Water, water, water. It's water. So there we are. See the so snuck in there? I'm going to leave that one in. I'm not going to edit that one out. Enunciation. I will be practicing that I am speaking in a clean and crisp manner so that you can easily understand. You're not having to rewind and say, what did he just say? I've got no idea. That's quite a big learning curve. Everything I've just encapsulated there, looking at the camera, not using my hands too much, the rhythm, the melody, the tone of my voice, dropping those filler words. So I would be delighted what you think retrospectively about this video so far. How am I getting on? Do you think it helps the making of the videos, or would you like to see me like here going, and then next week I'll probably be going over to much like my first videos. The first videos I think I uploaded on YouTube were atrocious in comparison to where I want them to be. So let me know, oh, that little sode crept in. Let me know in the comments how you think I'm getting on, and do you think it's worth the effort for the viewing pleasure? It's not something you will probably focus on, and hopefully you won't even notice. You'll just see me stood here in front of the camera, blaring away. Is blaring a word? Note to self, get a dictionary. Let me know in the comments, how am I getting on? Is this better? Face track enabled. You can't fool this thing. The next lesson I have learned, so all of everything I've just talked about really is just one lesson. It's about the skill sets required to speak to camera without a script. The second point I've learned this week is the importance, the real importance of thumbnails. And it took me forever to find out how you do the thumbnail test. It's quite simple. Once you've uploaded a video, you scroll down to where the thumbnail is and hover over that image, and 3 little dots appear in the top right-hand corner. You click on those 3 dots, and it will, at the bottom, it will give you, there's a little menu. At the bottom, it says thumbnail test or something along those lines. And click on there, and it allows you to upload 3 different thumbnails. It allows you to try what kind of attention grabbing graphic is going to work best for your audience, for your video. So it's about the image and it's about the text on that thumbnail, and you can experiment. And after a few days, after a few weeks, YouTube will give you feedback on which of those thumbnails created more viewing time on that video. In so much as the people that were clicking on the thumbnail, did the content of that video meet their expectation from the thumbnail? Did they stay and linger? If I put a thumbnail with some buxom blonde princess in a bikini, and then the video is about accountancy, yes, I would get a lot of click through, but no one would stop and watch the video. So it's about marrying up the two. Are you delivering in the video what people saw on the thumbnail? That's a skill that I need to develop, experiment with, but each video that I put up, I'm going to be putting up 3 thumbnails so that I can see which one works best for my audience. 4 things that you can do on YouTube. You can post a long form video, the horizontal version like you're watching now. The second thing you can do is post a short, which is the vertical, the portrait version, aka TikTok videos. They're 60 seconds long. You can go live. Haven't done that yet. We'll build up to that and find a purpose to go live on YouTube. And the 4th thing is posts for your community, where you can post either just a text message, you can post a GIF. I don't think you can post a video in that format. You can post a carousel of images and GIFs and also some text. You can also introduce polls and quizzes. I will be using that a lot more to find out what my community wants, to interact with my community, to give out thinking points for people to consider. Did you notice the crept in there? For people to consider. And also to promote things that I will be doing on the channel. So posts, I had kind of discarded that initially and just thought, that's not me. I won't be doing any of that malarkey. But I think the use of that for the community and to share awareness of what I'm up to, what will be happening on the channel, I think could be valuable for developing those they creep in, don't they? You don't realize. For developing the channel. My 5th learning is equipment. I bought a light box. It's a diffuser, just lights this beautiful face that you see in front of you more evenly, and without it, the lighting in this shop of mine is a bit stark, so I get bright white light hitting one side of the face and the rest is in shadow. So those words, they're so hard to get rid of. Bright lights, shadow. I want to make better videos that are just more pleasing to watch. Not necessarily that the viewer should realize what's happening. They will just look at a nicely lit face, albeit as ugly as this one, and that my other skills with regards to script or lack of script, enunciation, the rhythm of the language that I'm using. So it's a little bit colourful, and I emphasise some words and maybe not others. Equipment then. Microphone, you might have seen this little beauty here, just to give a slightly better audio recording of this gorgeous voice. The light box, just to give a softer, better lit face. And I'm going to be looking into how you improve lighting with regards to what you do behind backlighting, uplighting. Again, just to make a more attractive video so that it doesn't look like you're watching someone stuck in a broom cupboard. There we have my 5 key learnings from this week. 1 is all about the words, the filler words, the melody, the rhythm of the voice. Number 2 is the thumbnail tests. I need to get better at enticing people to come and watch my videos. 3, titles. I need to let people know what to expect and create some form of either and or curiosity, education, entertainment in the title. 4th is posts that I'll be using to grow the community and better inform people what I'll be doing on my channel in the future. And the 5th learning this week is about equipment. I need to research what equipment I need. I don't want to go mad and spend a gazillion quid. So it's about doing it on a budget. I like this light box at the moment. I think it's doing a better job than my room lighting was. I could go down a dark rabbit hole and get to the point where I'm turning all of my lights off and I'm sat here with primary lights, secondary lights, backlights, up lights. Who knows where that goes? I do tend to fall down rabbit holes occasionally, and I need someone to come along and grab me by the hair and pull me back and say, just stop it. You're spending far too much money and time. It's only lights. But hey ho, I want to make better videos. And if that's the route that I have to go, then so be it. I'm all up for learning and seeing where this goes. That's my 5 key learnings. Now the data. I don't know how you get pleased about the growth of your channel. You will see some creators say, in 10 days, I went from 0 to 10,000 subs, got monetized in 4 days, and I'm now earning a zillion quid. That's disheartening, but it doesn't happen to everyone. I'm quite happy with how my channel is growing at the moment. I am learning a lot. In the 3 weeks I've made some terrible videos, and I'll hold my hand up and realize that I want to make better videos, and I'm going to be concentrating on the skills to do so. In the 3 weeks that I have been going this channel from 0, it was give or take 1st of September, I grew 100 subscribers week 1, 100 subscribers week 2, and 100 subscribers week 3. Currently on 300 subscribers. I'm really pleased with that. To think that 300 people have seen my terrible videos and thought they would hang around for a bit, that's very encouraging. On that simple mathematic, you could work out that if I'm adding 100 subscribers each week, 7 more weeks and I'll have my 1,000 subscribers. The harder thing though to achieve is the watch hours. I'm aiming for the 4,000 watch hours to become monetized. Currently I'm sitting at about 800 watch hours. So I am a third of the way there on subscribers, but not a quarter of the way there yet on watch hours. So the watch hours could take much, much longer to achieve. I may hit my subscribers in 7 weeks. I'm thinking maybe 12 weeks to get the watch hours up enough to hit that other criteria to become monetized. I would like to think, just based on these last 3 weeks, that I should be in a position to be monetized mid-December. It would be lovely if a video like this one, it'd be lovely if a video took off and went viral and everyone shared it and liked it and commented. That would be great, because that would really help the channel, because everyone would be coming along going, who's this lunatic and what's he up to? And I want to share with you what I'm learning so that you can do the same. There's no gatekeeping. This is, we should all be helping each other, especially in the art community. It's a tough enough business if you want to try and earn any money out of art. So let's help each other, share these tips and tricks so that we can all make better content. And also, when you come and watch my content, you can put in the comments, you said you used the word so 8 times in that video, and I'll take that on the chin. And I thank you kindly for that criticism. And if I stop looking at my camera lens and I might have to put some tape over the LCD screen so I'm not down here looking at myself. Because when you're this handsome, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I was going to say then. I just pause for dramatic effect. Remember when I was a kid, those K's catalogues, and you would have the photos of the models. I just involuntarily did a K's catalogue pose. Yeah, bonkers. What else is happening this week or these weeks coming? Gouache. I'm really excited. I bought some gouache paints 15 years ago, 20 years ago, something to that tune, and I put them in a box and forgot all about them. I then saw another artist painting with some gouache, and I thought that looks really interesting. I've played with watercolors, I played with oil paints, I kind of get gouache, and I like the immediacy of it just drying. I kind of like that. I went down to Hobbycraft and bought some more gouache paints. Got home and realised I already had some. Then I found the original 15-year-olds. So I've now got more gouache paint than you can shake a stick at. And I broke them out the other day. I cracked open a tube. I got a page in my, I've got it here. Let me share it with you. Where's my sketchbook? Who's seen my sketchbook? Okay, I'm just going to pause while I find my sketchbook. This now might be terrible editing. I had a pause, just got a message on my phone. I had a pause, had a wee, washed my hands, thank you very much. I'm not that kind of person that doesn't wash my hands after a toilet break. Made myself a cup of tea. Very berry, if you're inquiring. Kind of a herbal tea. To share a secret, that's my Mac talking to me. I used to drink far too much coffee, and by too much coffee, I would have at work 5, 6, 7 cups a day. Just habit. You just fall into habits. You finish your coffee, you put the kettle on, you make another one. And I thought to myself, this probably isn't good to be drinking that much caffeine. So I have dropped the caffeine and I've gone over to herbal teas, and I've got a rake of every flavour known to man. And this one is, did I just say very berry? Very berry, I think I'm drinking. So anyway, I digress. I found my sketchbook. I bought my gouache paints and I thought I'm going to have a go at that. And then weeks went by and I hadn't. And I had one night an opportunity to paint. And also I had in this sketchbook a horrific sketch of a skull. And I mean, it was shockingly bad. If the police saw it, they would report me to the art people and I'd get arrested. I thought to myself, gouache is opaque and covers things over. So this was a biro picture of a skull. I thought to myself, you are no more. I found a picture on the Tinternet and I had a go at a tomato. So this is my first ever gouache painting in my sketchbook. It's really thin, flimsy paper. It's not the best paper. I just wanted to experiment. So the shadows under here, the kind of the reflected light shadows, it didn't go terrifically well, but I learned a lot doing that. And I was so excited having done that one. I found another picture on Pinterest and I had another go. That's my second attempt at a gouache painting. Getting better, understanding the media slightly more. Last night I had another go at a gouache painting. Found another picture on Pinterest and thought I would do a version. Again, just experimenting, just learning. A few tonal mistakes there when I look at it. Sometimes when you finish a painting, you think that's brilliant. And you come back to it the next day and you just go, that's just not brilliant, that's terrible. I've learned a lot about gouache. My forthcoming weeks and months, I want to get better at gouache, and the only way to do that is just to paint more with the media and reevaluate what went well, what went badly, and try and improve. It's all about those 1% improvements, isn't it, with art? You do something and the following day you look at it again and you go, what would I do different? How can I improve that? What went badly for the time and the equipment that I was using? Sometimes you can blame the circumstances, the materials that you're using. A lot of this sketchbook, and there's about 256 pages, they're drawn on my lap with my leg crossed with a biro or a brush pen. So it's really difficult to be precise. Sometimes I'm half watching a TV program and my mind's not 100% on proportion or scale. I'm just enjoying myself and having fun and expressing an idea or experimenting with a form. Gouache painting will be featuring in my coming weeks and months here. I really like it as a media. I'm also going to go and do some more time-considered oil paintings. I haven't done an oil painting in a couple of 3 years. I want to get back into the oil paintings. Also coming to this channel will be art supplies. New art supplies, art supply reviews, book reviews. Over these last 3 weeks, I've been watching other people on YouTube and they will go, look at this pen. And I'll go, I want that pen. So I go and click on the link in the show notes, takes me to Amazon or wherever. Click on it, buy it, it arrives, but then I don't have any time to actually do anything with it. So I've got a growing, don't tell the wife, I've got a growing mountain of new equipment, pens and paints and brushes and papers and notebooks, and I haven't done anything with them. Someone stop me. I need help. Help. That's it for this week. No, I'm not going to say that's it. No, it's not. That's not it for this week, because one of the other things I've learned is the outro. Do you know what an outro is? I should have done this halfway through the video. I think I did. I winked at camera, didn't I? I'm making content like this each week about the growth of my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing more videos like this about my YouTube journey, about my art, some tutorials, and also material, tools, reviews. So if that is the kind of thing that you would like to see, then please drop in the comment box your thoughts on what I've been up to in this video, about my YouTube journey, about things that you would like to see on this channel, and just basically if you love me or not.